What do you think about the decision that Auburn made to go hire Gus Malzahn? Sorry, that Auburn fired Gus Malzahn. Central Florida just hired Gus Malzahn. Good. So let me see what I think about that first. I think that's a heck of a hire for Central Florida. I think that he will do well against that level of competition. We already know that he's done well against Arkansas State. I think he'll be able to recruit well in the state of Florida. I think you can make the argument that Central Florida is not going to miss a spot at all with Gus Malzahn there. Do you think that's a pretty good hire? I loved, by the way, that he got asked at his press conference as if they've never played attention to SEC football. How do you think you're going to handle the pressure of being the head coach of Central Florida? And I was like, do you know what college football in the state of Alabama is like? If you can handle being the head coach at Auburn, you're not going to be impacted at all by the amount of attention that's going to be brought to bear on you at Central Florida.
Yeah, I think Gus Malzahn will be just fine as far as the pressure's concerned at UCF. And another thing I noticed was his new Twitter profile picture. I thought this was pretty funny because they definitely positioned him. They told him to stand where he stood. In the background, you can see the, I guess you could call it the banner for the 2017 national champions.
Which triggers Alabama fans.
Right, and that game, of course, was against Gus Malzahn and Auburn. So I thought that was a nice little touch as well.
They also knighted him, which was pretty funny. They had the UCF are the Knights, right? And so they brought out the Knight and knighted Gus Malzahn as they hired him. So to me, that'll be an interesting storyline to follow, Josh Heupel versus Gus Malzahn. And by the way, early read on Josh Heupel as a recruiter. There is a monster high school football quarterback recruit in the state of Tennessee, a kid by the name of Ty Simpson, who I've met, like really smart, seems like a good kid, going to be a senior in high school. He came to our Outkick tailgate at the Alabama-Tennessee game. He's deciding essentially between Alabama, Clemson, and Tennessee. Tennessee desperately needs and wants this guy. Obviously, Dabo Swinney and Nick Saban want him as well. And so if Josh Heupel is able to get in, Heupel, I think if you're going to sell anything out there, heck of a quarterback coach. And so if he's able to get Ty Simpson, that would be a monster win for Josh Heupel early on. But that will be an interesting subplot. Tennessee hired away the athletic director and the head coach of Central Florida. And it'll be interesting to see whether or not Tennessee is able to have a lot of success with those guys, or whether that Central Florida job will continue to just kind of roll without missing a beat at all. What do you expect Malzahn to do at UCF? Well, you're an Auburn guy, so you're familiar with him.
You got to think he's motivated, probably more than he maybe even was before he got hired at Auburn, just the way things went there. He's out to prove that he's still got it, and I expect UCF to probably be just as good as they have been the last few years under Josh Heupel, if not maybe even a little bit better.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting, like I said, story to follow, to be sure, as we go forward.